Hello guys, so Jerry speaking. Welcome to LJPCBM 1832. Today we're reacting to Purple Purple podcast, episode number 1 for PBS to pop culture. It's on Everybody Knew Barney. Now this is over 1,500 plus viewers. I want to thank you all with the Best Barney Fan 2 YouTube channel. My good friend Kwan Stark was having that channel anyway, for making that Barney podcast possible. So this is episode 1 we react to today. It's on the plot about Everybody Knew Barney. Is about now purple dinosaur take over pop culture. Now he'll go over Full House, Jurassic Park 3, which I've seen bits of it years ago. I took a picture of it years ago. I will scan it for you whenever you get a chance. There is some about Deadpool and of course so on. But we're gonna do this today. So Baby Bob and I've never heard this dude is girlish before. But anyway, I mean, one time before we react to this, I remember one time, this is last year by the way, I was asleep, thinking about, some dudes who, I'm not gonna say their names, but they're trying to, they're kids, they're trying to date Baby Bob, you know, and I'm having this dream in my sleep thinking about this, and then this, they're watching, yeah, go check out my Boring Jokes episode on Harry the Spy. They are a tribute to, my show Transfer, who died last year, February. You know what I'm talking about, because I'm gonna react to this they on Rumble exclusively in any way. But anyway, let's not talk about it right now. Let's talk about this reaction to the Karan Star video. But let's react. Let's begin in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Wow. Same way I was watching many live streams before. So, yeah, if I go into my, if you go back to my reactions to the entire, this case, Clubhouse space, but anyway, I've seen this before, Clubhouse before, and this, I was watching on the worst Barney episode ever streams, and I'll react to it somehow soon, but I've lost the Barney doll, and that was terrible advice. Not fair for me, anybody's, from the audience, per se, but I'll talk about more about LJPCBM, why it's not fair. But, yeah, and it's not a giveaway prize, it's just a losing strafe. But, as the streaming he was doing on, not the one I was talking about, I was talking about the other one. We'll take it that momentarily. But anyway, let's continue on, shall we? So we got, there's two, hold on, there are 2 podcasts he was in besides this one. There's one more. The worst Barney home video ever. Yeah. I'll watch this straight. Another one is from 2001 sometime. 8:30 p.m. tomorrow night. Because it's also my birthday tomorrow. So I'm looking forward to the stream. But I'm also looking forward to my birthday tomorrow. So be looking out for it. And so yeah. If you watch this squad, it's for you, my friend. And let's continue on. Wow. That was exciting. It was high def. Wow. Anyway.
Look, I need everybody watching this video to do me a favor. Okay?
What is it?
For the next few minutes, or however long that this video takes, I want you to take everything that you think you know about Barney.
Oh, almost that. This Barney Wiki page. Okay, let's continue on.
However long that this video takes, I want you to take everything that you think you know about Barney.
Okay, that makes sense. 2025, let's continue on.
Got it?
Yeah.
Okay, now forget all of it. Seriously, forget whether you loved Barney, forget whether you hate Barney, forget whether you were a Barney kid or had a younger relative or sibling who was a Barney kid.
Yeah, I'm a huge Barney fan since over 30 years ago. Who you thought? Okay.
Are still personally recovering emotionally from hearing I love you.
I heard ya.
17,000 times in the backseat of your parents' car. Just forget all of it for a second.
Stop it. Get some help.
Thank you, Michael Jordan. I talked about this but not for the hate, but for the love indeed.
I will tell you, once I started researching for this series, I was thinking I had a pretty good understanding of how famous Barney was. We hear about it all the time.
Go check out my reaction to the Purple Rose 50 on LJPCBM where we get a chance. Continue on.
We're watching someone's documentary or an interview on a podcast with a...
I haven't reacted to this yet at all. So I'm gonna have to react to some Jake's Happy Nostalgia Show episodes where we get a chance to. I don't know. We'll see. Because I'll react to some Jake's Happy... maybe soon. I don't know. We'll see. But I'll figure this out. If you watch this, Jake, it's for you, my friend. Continue on.
For crew member, they always tell us how huge Barney was and is. But recently, I fell down a rabbit hole. A very...
Yeah. Like, I was wondering a rabbit hole.
Rabbit hole. A dino hole, if you...
Oh my god.
No, let's stick to rabbit hole. Anyway, what I found was honestly kind of crazy. See, for me, I knew Barney was popular. Everybody knows Barney was popular. That's not exactly breaking news, but what I didn't realize was just how many places Barney showed up after he became popular. I'm talking cartoons, movies.
Oh yeah, these cartoons. Yeah, I remember this. Maniacs. I'll get to that in a moment now, okay.
Barney showed up after he became popular. I'm talking cartoons.
Maniacs. Yeah, those are great famous ones. Yeah, below the infrared. Yeah, no. But below the infrared, yeah. Making fun of Yako and Dot making fun of below the Barney thing. No, that doesn't make any sense. Don't do that, okay? Because I love Barney. Seriously. Continue.
Comic books, sitcoms.
Wait. Hold on. Go back.
Became popular. I'm talking cartoons, movies, comic books.
Wait, go back one? He wasn't finished editing the whole thing. This is Jurassic Park 3 if you're wondering. I love that movie.
Sitcom.
Oh, that was disgusting.
Talk show.
Sitcoms, talk shows. What is this creepy Barney thing? Anyway.
Music. Internet.
Music. We're out of wondering. What is this?
I started finding Barney in places that made absolutely no sense. Places where I'm like, wait, how did we get here? How did a giant purple dinosaur become so famous that people are still referencing him more than 30 years? Because the further I went, the stranger it got in some instances. And trust me, we are just scratching the surface.
Yeah, I hear ya. See you on. Remember Pop Roll from PBS and Pop Culture? Yeah, I hear ya. Episode 1, every new Barney.
Now, before we start chasing Barney through all these different lanes, I think we need to establish something.
Oh, don't get me started, Detective Pikachu. That is lame. I'll talk about there's some boring jokes pretty soon. Continue on.
We're on this journey together. We gotta be on the same page. When it comes to Barney, just how famous are we talking? Because, I'm gonna be real, if you didn't live through it, if you didn't live through the 1990s, there is honestly...
Yeah, I was born in 95, thank you.
Good, modern comparison for what happened to Barney. But trust me, people have tried. Some people might even argue some shows are just as popular. But nah, every year, every few years, somebody compares Barney to whatever children's phenomenon is popular.
Who is this? I'll talk about more about Barney Out of Space, boring jokes through episode pretty soon. Continue on, anyway.
The time. Bluey.
Bluey! Oh my god, please don't, Paw Patrol. Anyway.
Blippi.
Who is that? Never. Oh yeah, Bits and Pieces of Bluey, okay.
Melon.
Oh, this is so lame, Color Melon.
Look, all of those are huge, but...
No. No, 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 no. I refuse. No, no.
If you watch this, Matthew Davis and some of my friends about who loves Bluey, I'm sorry, but that is not true. That is part of it true, part of it not true. I love Bluey, but I'll watch Bluey some other time, but anyway. But this, seriously? Okay, whatever. But regardless, it can happen. Anyway, move on.
Happened in a completely different world. There was no YouTube and no TikTok and no streaming. It's like saying,
Oh yeah, speaking of no YouTube, no TikTok, no internet. No internet! Because, especially no Rumble back then, you know? Because, especially the fact I was doing work at the time. But at the time, when I started my career as technician, there was, America Online back then. And there was CD-ROM. There was no PC back then until the 80s. Like, Steve Jobs would do the Macintosh. This is way right after Windows came out, like 75, I believe. Well, 76. Yeah, 75 was when Windows came out, but Microsoft came out with Windows, but Apple came out in 1976. If you go back to my Apple first 50 years documentary, you know what I'm talking about. And people dislike, like 2 or 3 people disliked and said, we can't understand what you're saying. Like, dude, I already know everything about Apple. I read the words about it. I learned my speech, okay? Do not tell me what to do, okay? But anyway, I'm not gonna call out the community guidelines strike, but anyway, but my speech is not perfect. It's just people need to understand how I feel, so I need to do something. But people need to not criticize my speech, okay? That's just what I wanted to hear. Continue on. Anyway.
is actually better than MJ just because he has the luxury.
Yeah, and Michael Jackson too, for you to be honest. Wait, what did you say?
TikTok and no streaming. It's like saying Drake is actually better than MJ just because he has the luxury of streaming and no.
Oh yeah, by the way too, I have a bad feeling about this too. Michael Jackson, fun fact to you all, I saw this news report about Michael Jackson's death in 2009. If you watch this, some Michael Jackson fans out there, this is only 3 days before my 14th birthday, you know, and I was celebrating a birthday party downtown Savannah, you know, and I was like, wow, it was a party back then, and then before the funeral happened, and this public memorial service happened, and for Michael Jackson happened there, but for Dre's better than, Michael, I don't think so. Sorry to say that, but I'm like, dude, I'm a heavy metal fan, you know? I'll search it right now about Drake, you know? And yeah, I saw the clue where it was Drake, per se, but he's still alive. He's 39 years old. He was born in 1986 in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, as Aubrey Drake Graham, which I didn't know at the time. He was a Canadian rapper, which I'm not a huge fan of, by the way. Singer and actor. So I saw this clue these past 2 weeks, saying hip hop and rap. I'm like, seriously? But you know, it's just me. But heavy metal and classic rock and children's music all the way. Anyway, continue on. Anyway.
Hard work. Bruh, stop. If something became popular in the early 1990s, it had to work a whole lot harder to become part of the culture.
Yeah.
And somehow, Barney did exactly that. In fact, Barney basically went viral before...
Oh yeah, that was in the 80s. Let me turn it up a little bit. Hang on. I can't hear a thing.
That was even a thing. And because that's the only way that I can describe it. Yeah.
Oh, hang on. No, don't turn it down. Thank you, hang on.
Before that was...
Visiting photos in Santa. Headquarters through December 24th. Good times for all. It was all Barney related. Okay. Holidays, blah, blah. I just want to get this out of the way. Continue on anyway.
Even a thing, and because that's the only way that I can
Bedtime Barney. Okay. This big purple dinosaur is in the wrong prime time going on. Oh my God! Please. This is Barney you're watching. It's yeah, God rest his soul. But seriously? Oh man, this is disgusting. Continue on.
You know, today something blows up because somebody posts online, and then somebody else shares it, then it becomes a meme, and then
children flock to Barney the dinosaur. It's cute, but seriously, Barney's hugging kids. But you gotta not be harsh to Barney anyway.
All over the internet, we've seen it happen. But Barney, this stuffed toy, did it without the internet.
Yeah.
And maybe the biggest giveaway that Barney had reached that level comes from something we all do without even thinking about it. I call it pop culture shorthand.
Yeah, thank you, Quad.
If I say Mickey Mouse, you know who I'm talking about.
You know, I watched a Disney Plus documentary on Mickey Mouse. When it first happened, and people criticized the Mickey Mouse thing when it first came out. Not when it first came out in the 70s, and copyright infringement against Mickey Mouse. I'm like, really, dude? It was like, I saw that documentary. I'm not a huge fan of Brown's work, but this is let me just check him right now and see. I'm not gonna go ahead and play that due to copyright reasons. Documentary. I'm not gonna show the entire thing on Disney Plus to eligible ads to. This is it, okay? This is a Disney Plus thing I'm talking about here. This is on November 18th, 2022, okay? So this is directed by Jeff Malmberg. And this is produced by the director of Batu, Won't You Be My Neighbor, and the two other people. So Morgan Nebel is director of Won't You Be My Neighbor, a documentary about Fred Rogers. So there you go. So, and Rogers said he did this documentary since October 2019. So there you go. I wanted to watch it again, but I want to do a board of jokes about that. So there you go. It came out in March 2022 at SXW, wherever that is. But it's a Disney original documentary and Trammell Productions comedy. And it's music by Dale Whoa, I pronounce it. Sorry, but anyway, gotta make sense because I've seen that documentary before. It's about the history and the filmography about Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mouse is presented as a worldwide symbol of joy and the interest of childhood. He became an overnight sensation after starring in the 1928 animated short film Steamboat Will, which I talked about Board Jokester many years back. Maybe a couple years back. And over the decades that followed, versions of the character involved that reflected both the career and the change in the country many came to symbolize. Somebody spoke their names wrong. But anyway, let's continue on.
I say Spider-Man.
Spider-Man! Okay, that was Stan Lee's work. Okay, God rest his soul. But anyway.
Who I'm talking about. Ninja Turtles.
Oh my God, Ninja Turtles. Yeah, comics before. I've watched some bits of Ninja Turtles. But anyway, continue on.
SpongeBob.
I'm a huge fan, man. SpongeBob, huge fan. Yeah. That made me start on the comedy. So I got the dolls, everything.
You don't need an explanation for these characters. You don't need a backstory. Like, you don't need one of them actually people who be like, well, actually, Batman is a fictional comic book character who first...
Oh, you're telling me.
No, we already know that. They're bigger than their own show or being. They become cultural shorthand. And
thank you.
Now, a purple dinosaur did that too. To me, that's fascinating. Like, at some point, writers stopped needing to explain Barney. They could just make a reference.
Oh my God. Stop with this peanuts bullcrap. Anyway.
On the nose or loose it is, and audiences got it. Everybody knew Barney.
Yeah, what was this? Hang on.
Or loose it is, and audiences got it. Everybody knew Barney.
Who's this Barney ripoff? I don't know. Or is this parody? I don't know.
Now, before we go full ahead, we should talk about Barney himself, because there's a non-zero chance somebody clicked on this video and is wondering why we're spending so much time discussing him. Which is fair, honestly. If you show just the logo to somebody, they would
it makes sense, because I love Barney, per se.
probably have questions. So, for the 3 people watching who somehow managed to avoid Barney their entire life, here's a quick crash course. Barney was created by Cheryl Leach in the late 1980s.
Which I know about.
Because there wasn't a lot of programming aimed specifically at preschool-aged kids, especially not something that encouraged imagination and participation. So she created Barney along with Kathy Parker and Dennis DeShazer. Barney,
Yeah, that too.
a friendly dinosaur who comes to life through a child's imagination. Kathy Parker and Dennis DeShazer. Barney is a friendly dinosaur who comes to life through a child's imagination and helps teach lessons through songs, dance, stories, and positive messages. That's it. That's the pitch. No hidden
Yeah, duh.
formulas, no dinosaur multiverse, a toy dinosaur, and some kids. Which, I'ma be real, on paper it sounds kind of ridiculous. Giant
Yeah, like scripts, whatever.
dinosaur, and some kids. Which, I'ma be real, on paper it sounds kind of ridiculous. Giant toy dinosaur, sings songs, teaches lessons, yet somehow it worked. The character first appeared in a direct-to-video series called Barney and the Backyard Gang, and then in 1992, Barney and Friends premiered nationally on PBS. But this is the part where I think a lot of people misunderstand Barney. Like,
Yeah, people need to understand Barney, but people don't get the part about this, you know?
when we talk about the series, we always focus on Barney. We talk about the songs and the voices, the body actors, but if you really watch the show, what stands out is that Barney wasn't the star. The kids were. Like,
Yeah, exactly. Thank you.
his whole role was to basically be a guide through the adventure. Think about it. The imagination and the questions and the play all came from the kids. Barney
Yeah, exactly,
less of a performer and more of a tour guide. A really enthusiastic, giant purple tour guide, which is not something I expected to say today, but look at that. Here we are. And that's exactly why we're here. That's actually going to matter later, because many of the references that we're going to look at aren't really about Barney himself. They're about what Barney represented. Especially because what happened next, no one would have predicted. Barney exploded.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, even though I talk about boredom jokes, excuse me, which I talk about during boredom jokes on the Backyard Show. And it's like, wow. Especially on boredom jokes are 31 and 33 on Free Wishes and the Potato Beach respectively. I said, and I had the explosion big time. Continue on. Anyway.
No one would have predicted. Barney exploded. And not just that the show did well, but it became one of the biggest children's entertainment phenomena on this entire planet. To start in a random backyard and then suddenly seem to be everywhere. And once he reached that level, something wild happened. Writers and animators, comedians, movie producers, musicians.
What is that? Okay, hang on.
Level. Something wild happened. Writers and animators, comedians, movie.
Oh, this doll. Okay. That was a nightmare feel.
Producers, musicians, everybody started using him as a reference. Barney was
Family Guy. Okay.
a character anymore.
Wait, who's? Oh, Barry Gibb of the Bee Gees saying "I love you, you love me." That was. Oh, the very music generator. Okay, continue on.
A part of the culture. And then one random day last year, I'm just cruising along and I decided to listen to the new music album Beautiful Pain by the R&B legend that is Tyrese.
I never seen that, but Beautiful Pain. Never heard of it.
On the second song of the album, Love Transaction, and I hear this.
Oh, I meant
love me. We were supposed to be a family.
Oh, wait. No. Go back. Did you hear that?
Wait, go back. Hold on. What's that?
I love you. You love me. We were supposed to be a family.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. No. Go back. Did you hear that?
I love you. You love me. We were supposed to be a family.
The first couple lines interpolates one of the most recognizable children's songs ever recorded.
I love you. Love me.
How? If you were to ever ask me whether Barney and Tyrese belonged in the same conversation, it almost becomes laughable. It's like, for what? Yet, here we are.
Yeah, that was stupid. Yeah. Tyrese, what are you thinking? We're supposed to be a family? Give me a break.
I love you. You love
I'm not gonna play again.
We were supposed
Since I started researching,
Hold on,
things got...
to be a family.
Since I started researching, things got even weirder. At another point, I'm minding my business, and there I see people comparing...
Wait. Hold up. Go back one.
Things got even weirder. At another point, I'm minding my business, and there I...
Oh man, she's getting a baby bobby chain. Ever seen comments from trolls? Holy crap. She's wearing a green hair. I can see that. She's LJPCBM hair. That was nice, but baby bobby chain, I'm not okay with that. Seriously.
people comparing the rapper Sukiyana to Baby Bop. And she does kind of look like her. Hey, if Baby Bop had eyelashes on fleek, long...
Oh, yeah, that would be great,
Or anybody else. Wait, do people even still say fleek? Anyway, that was wild to me because in this instance, it wasn't even Barney people talked about. It was Baby Bop, the supporting dino. We're talking about a cast of characters that had somehow embedded themselves into the culture. It's one thing to recognize the main character, but it's something else to recognize the supporting cast. It's like making a joke about, I don't know, Luigi, and everybody understanding.
Luigi and Mario. Yeah, that makes more sense because in the movie Super Mario Bros. And people can say, we're going to start that. In the movie, it has Bob Hawkins as Mario and this actor name, I don't remember the name, but as Luigi has Mario, Luigi Mario. I'm like, the hell? Excuse my language and LJPCBM, but what happened here? It just didn't seem right. And yeah, very special rights for LJPCBM, ladies and gentlemen. This is stupid, you know? I hate to say it, but it is the worst thing I ever find in the entire, how to describe this, in movie history, you know, and also in Disney format. So they own the, and now thank God Universal and Emulation owns the right to Nintendo because they have Nintendo's back. Because even though Disney and the live action sequence doesn't belong in the genre of Nintendo anyway. Which I react to. Go back to my reaction. If you go back to my reaction video to the entire, let's just say, how to describe it, Fairy Odd Gamer episode on the Mario Outside the Games video, I said that Super Mario Bros. Movie was basically the worst movie ever seen in the history. And I talked about this to some other content, and I said that in remix I was going to go to Wilmington, North Carolina in 2021, and basically too I was going to do recess jokes 60 and 61, and you know I don't know what other parts I've been doing that time I was in the trip. And I was doing one of the Twitch. I'm not gonna say the name in the stream, but in the episode about LJPCBM. But however, after that was over, I was basically come home I was supposed to do ice cream, do a toy review at the time. Yeah, that was it. Okay, toy review and then some other things. But anyway, but after I came home from Wilmington, North Carolina, Remix told me the Super Mario Bros. Movie, 1993 movie, was taped at Wilmington, North Carolina. I was like, F you, movie. Yeah, again, excuse my language, but this is a ridiculous thing I ever heard in the entire thing. You know what else is also taped in the Wilmington, North Carolina? The Adventures of Elmo and Grouchland from 1999. I'm not kidding. Go look it up on Wikipedia. Continue on. Anyway.
Like, that's a different level. Barney references pop every...
Oh my god. What about chicken? Continue on.
Some were obvious, some were hidden, some...
Oh my god. Basic bits and pieces of Dolly and the Dragons one day and Barney ripoff. Anyway.
A couple of seconds, some had entire storylines. Sometimes Barney...
Oh. Bob McGrath have a costume like a Rhino Barney. Why?
The joke, other times he was just sitting in the background, and those are some of my favorites, for real. Like, there was a set design...
Oh yeah, Saved by the Bell, okay.
At some point who was faced with an empty shelf and was like, this scene needs a Barney tape. And...
wait, what was this? Hang on.
With an empty shelf and was like...
I'll go back one. What is that? What? Hang on, let me see. Zoom in a little bit. I can't see. Is this a tape? Which tape is this? If you want to go to Saved by a Bell. I can't see a thing. Hang on.
This scene needs a Barney tape. And then they just moved on. Yeah. Barney even showing up in random Deadpool comic books, which feels like...
Yeah, go check out my comic reviews very soon, but... Black, White, and Blood? Okay, never heard of it. Continue. I'll do a comic review of it. Before Jose production reacts for you. Continue. Anyway.
Sentence that should automatically have a follow-up question. And at another point, Barney showed up in a movie about aggressive dinosaurs, which...
Oh, Jurassic Park and Jurassic Park 3.
Somehow makes perfect sense and absolutely none at all.
None at all. Nope. Exactly, come on.
What's really fascinating to me, though, is all of these references happen in completely different worlds. Like, the people behind all these things are from all different lanes and avenues. They aren't all on the same working team, but they share something in common. They all assume you know Barney. And we do. And the Purple Dino Prince started showing up all over.
What is that?
Oh, Barney. And we do. And the Purple Dino Prince started showing up all over the place. Somewhere around this point, I realized I have been asking the wrong question all along. The question actually isn't how many Barney references are there, because trust me, we will spend this entire series answering that one. But the real question is, why are there so many in the first place? And let's be honest, most children's television characters don't get this treatment at all. They just don't. Plenty of preschool characters have been don't get this treatment at all. They just don't.
They just don't, folks. Continue on, anyway.
Plenty of preschool characters have been successful. Very few become cultural landmarks. I think that speaks to the very thing everyone tries to avoid with Barney. He was a one-of-a-kind icon.
Yeah.
One that will stand the test of time for more decades to come.
Wow, this... Yeah, very good sign Barney for you. Okay.
You look at the references over the time, you'll notice they weren't really about Barney. They were more about recognition. The reason a Barney joke works is because everybody understands it. Right away. The audience already has the information and they know what Barney is. They understand what Barney represents. And that's undeniable and incredibly powerful. Once a character reaches that point, writers can just use them as shorthand. Need to communicate children's television?
Children's Television Workshop, that is joking.
Need to communicate preschool and need to communicate children's television? Barney. Need to communicate preschool entertainment? Barney. Need to communicate something every parent in the 90s knew? Barney. This dinosaur is no longer a television character. He's a cultural icon. So let's take a step back real quick. We talked about where Barney came from. We talked about how quickly he exploded.
Wow.
popularity, and we look at some of the places where his dino prints started showing up. Music and movies, TV, the internet, places that are oddly connected. And we establish that Barney isn't just a television character. He is a part of culture. That's why people are talking about him decades later. And whether you love or hate him, you are a part of that experience too. This is the story of the footprint that phenomenon left behind. And we just barely started scratching the surface.
Oh
And as I
man, that doll, that costume, yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know, come on. Is that Pay Foy over there in the left next to Barney? Very, my stepdad's favorite bag. God rest his soul. Continue. Anyway.
there is one place that Barney seemed to show up more than anywhere else.
Dinosaurs, seriously?
Animation.
Yeah.
The cartoon writers of the 90s and early 2000s could not stop talking about Barney. And once you pull that thread, an entire world opens up. A world filled with characters like Baloney, Bonky.
Oh, Bonky, yeah. I heard about this while I was doing a Racist Jokes episode of Bonky Fever. Go check out my Racist Jokes episode on Bonky Fever on my Robo account. Continue, anyway.
Entire world opens up. A world filled with characters like Baloney, Bonky. Purple dinosaurs that weren't technically Barney, but absolutely knew who Barney was. And that's where our investigation begins for real. Next time, we're diving headfirst into the cartoons that simply could not stop talking about Barney. But every single one of them leaves behind another clue, another footprint, dino print. And that's exactly what we're here to follow.
Yeah, right here on 2 Disney. Next!
For joining me on this episode of Perfectly Purple, from PBS to pop culture. Because at the end of the day, that's what this series really is about. Not just...
Okay, you do a whole pokey and you turn yourself around, that's what it's all about. Joke anyway. Let's go on.
To pop culture. Because at the end of the day, that's what this series really is about. Not just Barney, but the trail that he left behind. One that winds through cartoons and movies and comic books and so many places you would never expect. Keep your eyes open. Keep following the footprints. You never know when Barney will show up next.
Wow. That was the intro. Thank you to Down Purpose Club. Such years. Oh my god, that was nice. That was nice. So that was Perfectly Purple Podcast for PBS to Pop Culture, Episode 1. Everybody knew. What I say? Special thanks to. Is it? Pause. Let me read that. Let me see. Oh man, let me see. Boy, okay. Now for real this time, so that was for real this time. So that was Perfectly Purple from PBS Pop Culture, Episode 1. Everybody knew Barney. What do I feel about this? I think it was amazing. And some catchy little bit about this video. But anyway, so far this video was a success. And that was has 1,872. I hope you enjoyed this video. Stay tuned, there's going to be a brand new episode of LJPCBM Reacts. Episode, excuse me, I'm a little blip. Anyway. Episode number 1,873. I'm not sure BS yet, but we'll figure this out to yourselves. Coming up next, there will be a Bedtime Stories episode number 1,886 on the rare book I found many months ago, a couple months ago, on Brother Bear. And then we'll have to sign off for the rest of the night on YouTube, but then we're going to have to do this anyway. Until next time, suggest my bit. My business is out. See ya.
to me, this life I'll never take for granted. And given all the time I failed to really understand it, I never sought to meet the maker of reality, the one who gave the life that which is always happening. But I tried all the time. Why me? Why was I the one to see things as I do under the moonlight and the sun? Perception is the question and the giver holds the key, but the only